Have you seen this symbol before? You probably have. And what comes to mind when you see that? Recycling. Recycling is the most famous of the 3 different R's. Yes, there are 3. And actually, recycling is the 3rd R of the 3 R's. The other 2 are reduce and reuse. And we're supposed to follow this pattern to limit our waste. And the idea is that we have as little waste as possible, as little substance that just gets thrown away and put into a landfill, and instead we take most of the items and put them through this cycle, this never-ending circular cycle, to limit our waste. So I'm just going to quickly tell you how to reduce, reuse, and recycle in that order, and how you can take these ideas and bring them into your everyday life. So what's more everyday than going grocery shopping? So let's say today, on our list, we need to get tomatoes, cereal, and soda. So we're going to go shopping, and we're going to keep the 3 R's in mind as we go throughout the store. Okay, so you get to the vegetable aisle, produce section, and you go and try to find tomatoes. And the first tomatoes you come across are these ones. And I have no idea why, but they are in a styrofoam package with plastic wrapping. Now, what's the first R of the 3 R's? Reduce. Reduce means using as little waste material as you possibly can. Now, these tomatoes, which are natural items that came from the ground and were not made with plastic, somehow are now packaged in plastic and styrofoam. So we do not want to buy these tomatoes. We would rather buy a different type of tomato if possible to reduce our waste, because we know we're just going to throw that styrofoam and plastic away the second that we take the tomatoes home and cook with them. Luckily, you look around again and you find these on the vine tomatoes. They're not packaged, typical of vegetables. So we're going to pick these up instead to reduce our waste. Okay, the next thing on our list is cereal. So we get to the cereal aisle, and then we have 2 different choices. We can either get these single-serving plastic containers of cereal, or we could get one big box of cereal. Now, I want to take my cereal on the go in the morning because I'm really busy, and so pouring cereal into a bowl, having it with milk before I get to work, probably not going to happen. So these do seem really appealing. But then I have to think. I want to reduce my waste, and these are made of plastic, whereas this only has a little bit of plastic inside the container, and the cardboard is paper that can be recycled, or also it can decompose in the earth, whereas plastic never decomposes. I also remember that I have a couple Tupperwares at home, and I could actually just pour my boxed cereal into a Tupperware at night and then just take it to go in the morning, which essentially is the same thing as these. So I decide I'm going to go with this big box of cereal instead of these little ones. This is a good idea to go by. Buy in bulk, because typically there's less packaging involved. Okay, so the last thing on my list was soda, and I get to the soda section and there's 3 different choices for soda, and I want to pick the most environmentally friendly choice. There is plastic, which I'm thinking is probably not the most environmentally friendly choice. But then there's also aluminum cans, and then there's glass bottles. So I'm a little confused. What I should be doing in this case is I should either go for the aluminum cans or the glass bottles. Why? Well, these are all okay choices because plastic, aluminum, and glass can all be recycled, which we're going to talk about in a second. But aluminum and glass are both better choices because more of the metal and aluminum can be recycled than plastic. When we recycle plastic, not 100% of it can go into a new bottle. So let's say I recycle this Sprite bottle here. Maybe only 50% of that plastic is going to go into a new Sprite bottle, or it'll probably be turned into a different form of plastic. There's lots of different things we can make with plastic. Whereas if we recycle an aluminum can, that aluminum can can actually be turned into a different aluminum can within 60 days. It's a very fast process. And the best choice of all is actually glass. And why is that? Because glass is the only substance that we use, that we recycle, where 100% of the glass can be taken and turned into a new glass object. So it's the only thing we use every day that is 100% recyclable. So I'm going to pick up some soda and glass bottles today. But aluminum would have been a good choice as well. I'm going to stay away from the plastic. Okay, so I get to the grocery counter, I'm ready to cash out, and then the bagger asks me if I would like my bags in plastic bags. No, I don't. This is where reuse comes in. I actually had some reusable bags in my shopping cart this whole time. They're about 99 cents to $2 a bag. So I picked a couple of them up a couple weeks ago. And so they bag my bags in this instead. So not only do I save 5 cents per bag, which a lot of grocery stores do, but I also prevent these plastic bags from turning into these plastic bags. Yuck. So now it's time to go home and enjoy all of my things from the grocery store. And I remembered to use my 3 R's while I was there, so I'm feeling pretty good. After I finish drinking my soda in particular, I'm going to be sure to put those bottles in the recycling bin. And then I'll bring them back to the grocery store next week, and I'll get 5 cents per bottle. And 100% of that will go back into another bottle. I'll also take my delicious cereal when I'm done with it and put that cardboard in the recycling as well. So I hope this has helped you realize how you can use the 3 R's in this order: reduce, reuse, and finally recycle in your everyday lifestyle. If you continue to follow these steps, you'll soon become a recycling superhero, and also a reduce and reuse 3 R's superhero.